Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hai
Hi guys,
ketemu lagi
we
di
see you
channel
again on Muslim
Tonight,
Chula channel
Ayat
with me
Beneran
Atmam.
Islam. Bersama saya Atmam. Dan kali
On a
ini
cloudy
di siang
day,
hari yang cukup redup ini,
we
dengan
hang out
jalan
from
dari
East Jakarta to
Timur
South
ke
Jakarta,
ke Jakarta Selatan dan
coming
mampir di
over
sebuah
in a
padepokan
hermitage of a
seorang
Betawi
imam.
warrior.
Dan
Let's get
langsung
started
saja
to
saya
the warrior.
sampaikan, si jawaranya. Assalamualaikum Bang.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Apa
How are
kabar?
you? I'm fine, Alhamdulillah.
Bang,
Good, Alhamdulillah. I'm coming over to your hermitage. We are from Muslim Chula channel.
Muslim True Light.
Now we are in the segment from the dark side to the bright side.
Abang sekarang ada di segmen from the dark side to the bright side, dari dunia kelam ke dunia yang terang. Nah, kali ini saya ingin mengusung
Today's
tema
theme is the repentance of Betawi warrior.
insafnya atau hijrahnya seorang jawara Betawi. Bang, langsung aja nih. Bisa
Please
ceritakan
tell us, how did you enter into the warrior world, which is identical to fighting, executing people, even more sadistic?
dengan
How did it occur?
apa mengeksekusi orang, bahkan yang lebih sadis daripada itu memang gimana sih Bang, sama asal muasalnya dari kecil atau bagaimana nih?
It began when I was child. At 10 years old, I entered into a black world. I lived in a market. We got drunk, stayed up, and more. At 10 to 15 years old, I moved to learn martial arts.
umur 10 tahun ke 15
From the martial arts, we were frequently fighting.
belajar
We learned the martial arts for our abilities in fighting.
itu langsung kita ya sering berkelahi. Jadi kita belajar bela diri itu untuk buat kemampuan kita dalam istilah berkelahi.
Nah, setelah
Well, after mastering the martial arts, you must be curious, right?
kan ingin dilampiaskan.
You wanted to rig.
Nah, tapi
You rig the martial art by fighting, executing people. Is that right?
berkelahi, mengeksekusi orang.
Ya.
Itu benar begitu ya, Bang?
Iya, saya
Yes, I learned in
berkelahi
fighting for 10 to 15 years. I tried to fight by slashing people.
Saya coba itu waktu kejadian itu saya berkelahi itu membacok orang.
Oh my God!
Ya,
Right,
orang,
I slashed people and I did everything.
jari-jari
In those incidents, I couldn't count how many people died on my hands by that time.
kita
Then I moved everywhere like at the port.
pelabuhan
Here we kept on fighting because of friends' report as a solidarity with my friends. Even though I didn't have trouble with anyone,
saya
it happened because I just got a report.
orang kena
Just for a solidarity with my friends.
teman aja.
So, it seems friendship solidarity. Your friends told you that they had a problem. Then you were qualified in martial arts. And finally, you were empathy on them and helped them execute. In executing, did your friend come along?
Waktu mengeksekusi itu teman ini ikut nggak sih?
Teman saya ikut,
My friends came along, but they only saw and did not face the victim directly. And you executed by yourself, alone, with your martial arts, with my martial arts skills. I tried to see how my martial arts worked. Did you ever execute by using a sharp weapon? No, never. With machete or something? No. In this execution, if the victims had weapon, I took their weapon. But if they had no weapon, I just used punches, dead punches. That is only at 3 points of a human: genitals, gut, and neck and back head. Those are the dead points in martial arts.
Bang,
You are much involved in criminal world, aren't you? In this black world, was it including spirits drinks,
dunia hitam ini termasuk mabuk-mabuk dong ya?
getting drunk almost every day, never stopped? Did you have time to perform praying at that time? I did, but because of drunk, I did it occasionally. You did it rarely.
nah habis mabuk
Yes, after getting drunk, I often thought I feel guilty. But yes, then it happened again. It relapsed again. How about fasting? Like Ramadan fasting? Did you perform it? I performed fasting, but that's not full. Full? Even you were doing such things?
Jadi begini.
Ramadan fasting is obligatory, right? So we perform the fasting. I was stubborn, but I performed the fasting and religious orders. While I prayed really, sometimes I prayed, sometimes I didn't. Well, in the black world, free sex must also exist. Did you have free sex too? No, I never did it. How about extortions? Never. That's people, right?
Yang namanya hak orang.
Did you ever do robbery? I did it once. What was the reason for doing such robbery?
Dosa seperti itu.
Waktu dulu
It was difficult time and I had to get married by that time. That's why I did robbery for my wedding cost.
buat pernikahan.
Ada bisikan
There was a
setan ya.
satanic whisper.
Nggak punya duit.
If you don't have money, where else can you go? It's confused. Then if we are in a solidarity with friends, there is no fee. I don't want to be paid. Indeed, it's really difficult. When we stuck in a dark world, our heart is closed, our guidance is away from us. Well, at what age did you get guidance? You came back again. You fell, you got bored. I had to end this criminal world. I didn't want to execute people anymore. At what age was it? At 40 years old, I started to realize it. I stopped for 5 years after that. I fell again.
Terjerumus lagi kita.
Relapse? Yes, I relapsed again. Like a disease, right? Yes, because my friends always came and brought spirits drinks.
Enak ya dong. Gini-gini.
I was respecting them, so I got drunk again. Get drunk again.
Oke. Nah,
Okay, for the case of executing people because of a report coming from a friend, you felt empathy to do it because of friendships and solidarity. So, at what age the last time did you do these executions?
umur berapa sih atau tahun berapa terakhir?
Last time I did it at 45 years old. Is that the last time? Yes, that was the last time at 45 years old. After that incident, I stopped.
Kejadian itu hampir banyak juga sih ya kita kayak gitu. Itu terakhir 45 udah kita mendem tuh. 450 tahun kita mendem. Di situ nggak pernah calling down lah.
You stopped already.
Berhenti ya.
Then Allah's guidance came to you. You have to hold it. If you let it go, you will be dragged away again.
Kita terseret lagi.
Iya, 2000
It was around 2015. What made you really quit from that world? Was there anything you saw or heard or felt? Yes, I dreamed of meeting my parents. Both of my parents passed away. They came to see me and told me to stop it. They prayed every day and hoped me to be aware. If I remembered when they came home, they cried.
itu saya berhenti.
Then I stopped at that time. I told my wife to pray for me so that I could stop it, not to do it again.
Tidak akan melakukan lagi.
Kita melakukan panggil kiai.
I invited all Muslim preachers together to pray for me by that time.
Yang penting komitmennya sama Allah.
The important thing is to be committed to Allah.
Kan enak ya.
Let them witness and pray for me. Oh, it was the last time you ended this black world. You did so many sins and finally you were called again. Touch on your heart to return to the way of Allah.
Juga abang
And you did not perform any acts forbidden by Allah.
hati abang untuk kembali lagi ke jalan Allah.
Benar.
Bukan lagi ke jalan-jalan yang
Amin, amin.
dimurkai oleh Allah.
Amin.
Ya.
From your life journey, what lessons can you learn from the beginning until now?
Dari perjalanan awal sampai hari ini.
Hikmah
There are many lessons. We know the lesson because we acted from childhood. We know that the black world is like this. We get drunk like this.
Jadi kita tahu merasa kita
There are many lessons from fighting, dragging people, and all of such acts finally has to be terminated, and that's enough.
itu orang. Jadi semua itu perbuatan hikmah kita terjadi
Enough to bury it all.
Cukup dikubur semua.
kubur semua. Jadi
Yes, that's impossible that people won't feel stubborn. Sternly, that's what kind of stubborn, seasonal or not. If seasonal, they are bad for a year and not for the following years. While I was stubborn almost 40 years. Yes, 40 years are not a short time. Yes, I lived in the market when I was at 10 years old.
Kita tetap harus
Even though we are given convenience and expertise of martial art, it must be done in the way of Allah.
diri, tapi
We must not do arbitrary things forbidden by Allah.
Allah. Tidak boleh kita untuk melakukan hal-hal yang senang-senang yang dinyukai Allah.
Your current activity is still teaching martial arts, right? Yes. Now, how do you feel? For this teaching, I've been teaching this martial art for about 20 years. By that time, I did not teach because my teacher gave me a mandate that this knowledge is to teach people for his worships.
Ini ilmu lu kasih lagi ke orang buat ibadah gua nanti.
This martial arts, right? Right. This martial arts, you don't have to use the material. You'd better tell and teach. So, I was afraid of my teacher's mandate. Therefore, to study here, we are free of charge. But martial art is really good for defending ourselves. I also studied martial arts. If we want material, we can actually do it a lot. For example, if one student pays 100,000 rupiah per month, then if there are 150 students, it will become 15 million rupiah per month. Is that good? But this is just for worship. We must wholeheartedly do everything in the way of Allah. It's hard for people to do something wholeheartedly. Yes, Alhamdulillah, everything has been arranged by Allah. That's right. I'd like to continue this conversation, but the time is limited. I think that's all for our sharing today. Hopefully, you will always be given health and always be consistent in the way of Allah. Promise not to do it again.
Ya, saya rasa itu aja Bang untuk silaturahim kami
Amin,
siang
amin.
ini. Mudah-mudahan Abang selalu diberikan kesehatan dan selalu istiqomah di jalan Allah.
Amin.
Semua
Insyaallah.
berjanji tidak mengulanginya lagi.
Okay guys, that was my interview with the Betawi warrior in South Jakarta who is currently managing his hermitage and teaching at his hermitage.
Dan sekarang sedang
I hope this discussion has a precious lesson that we can take out.
Padepokannya. Mudah-mudahan perbincangan ini ada benang merah yang bisa kita ambil.
Amin.
Ya.
Okay guys, I hope you all like this video. I'll see you on the next videos and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and click the bell.
And
I'll see you on the next videos and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I'll see you the next videos and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Amin.
Terima kasih, Bang.
Sama-sama.